For example, let's say a given developer is going to develop 100 acres. Now, in the process of turning raw land into a subdivision, let's say they'll have to devote 25% of the land to streets and open spaces. That way people can access their lots and have some form of nature within which to occupy. Now, wider streets and green spaces do help add quality, but it also reduces how many lots you can build. There, the developer has to play with the numbers and see what keeps the value high, but the lot number high also, because less lots but more green spaces makes the individual lots sell for more, but is that selling for less than having a whole lot of lots and almost no green space, with each lot being worth a little less? So using 25% loss for streets, the developer can then determine the number of lots per acre, or the density permitted by the Residential Zone 1 Alpha zoning codes. Now, one of the things you have to remember to be able to do this problem is how many square feet an acre contains. Now, I had a student once who came from Texas, and her instructor there taught them that they can remember it by 4 little old ladies driving 35 miles an hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. I've heard other people in the years following say that it was 4 little old ladies driving 35 on Highway 60. There's a bunch of different routes you can go with it. For those of you that are just good at looking at numbers and locking them in your brain, 43,560 square feet in an acre. Now, there's a couple different routes you can go. I prefer to treat it like a funnel, find my total number, and then start shaving off what we can't use till we get down to the lots. So if you have a total of 100 acres, and each acre contains 43,560 square feet, just multiply the square feet by the acres. That tells you that on this plot of land the developer's working, they have 4,356,000 total square feet available. Now, we said that 25% is devoted to land and roads, so we're going to multiply by 75% instead, because that's the usable amount. Now, that tells us that we can build on 3,267,000 square feet. Now, since we know how much we can build on, we divide it by how big the lot size restriction is, which in this case is 9,000, and it comes to a clean 363 total lots. Now, it is very important to note if in the last step, when you divide by the lot size, you have anything remaining after a decimal, you must round it down or drop it off completely. So if that was 363.2 or 363.9, it doesn't matter. You drop the decimal and always treat it as 363. You cannot build a partial lot because, well, that's why there's the 9,000 square foot lot size restriction. Anything smaller is not legal or not allowed. So if we have a partial lot, it just gets devoted back over into the green space.